and thank you, Michel Van der Bel and Braveview Academy for joining us. And Michel, if you would like to do a short introduction, and then we can get straight on to questions.
Yeah, sure. Well, first of all, great to have the opportunity to talk about coding. Michel Van der Bel, I'm the CEO for Microsoft in the UK. As you probably hear from my accent, I'm Dutch from origin. So 2.5 years now active in the UK, and prior to that I was running Microsoft in China, based out of Beijing. And again, great to have the opportunity to chat about coding.
Thank you very much. So let's go straight to questions. So if Braveview Academy, you'd like to ask your first question.
Okay. Hi, Mr. Van der Bel. We're thoroughly enjoying Windows 10, and we're wondering if there would be any new and exciting features in the new operating system.
A new operating system, okay. Well, I think that you probably seen some Windows 8, let's say, features, if you will. So as you probably know, we have started to release our first bits for our Windows 10 release. So Windows 8 is going to be Windows 10, which I think is a pretty unique, let's say, operating system, in the sense that it's based on a code where you will develop apps, and you will develop code that will run both on your mobile device, it will run on your desktop, it will run on your TV, it will run everywhere. So that's very important. And the second thing is that you will have a opportunity to write an app for all these platforms at the same time. And the other important thing to notice is that you know, it's an operating system that is really designed for touch speech enablement. So I think you will get a lot of sense about how that will actually, you know, change your experience, if you will, using devices running the new Windows 10 experience.
Thank you very much. Let's have another question. If you can speak up, because it's a little bit quiet, and as we're recording it, we want people to be able to hear it properly. Thank you.
Mr. Van der Bel, how does Microsoft's product strategy compare to its competitors?
Yeah, good question. And there's plenty of competition out there in the IT industry, both on the commercial side and on the consumer side. I think if you step back, then I would say you can almost say there is a competition on what we would call ecosystems. And ecosystems means that if you think about a company like Apple, Apple is a hardware company that has a lot of great functionality, and they have their iTunes, they have their everything, if you will, and that's a pretty closed ecosystem. So everything is contained in the Apple world, hardware and the software, let's say, applications that you use on a daily basis. The other big ecosystem is what we call the Android ecosystem, right, which is more about a lot of different users with a lot of different functionality, and the monetization is clearly different. While the software more or less is free, but the money is being made by a different way of monetizing services. And then I would say the third ecosystem is the Windows ecosystem. And I think that for a long time, Microsoft has been a little bit similar to Apple, where we have had a kind of closed ecosystem, what always based on Windows. I think the change we've made in the last few years is to really become a company that is actually addressing the mobile first and cloud first world, because that's what's happening out there. And at the same time, we are embracing all these ecosystems. So that means effectively that you can run stuff that was normally running on Windows only, runs now on Android, and it also runs on Apple. So if you think about, you know, Office 365, which is a cloud offering we have, that used to run on Microsoft Windows only, you will get it now for your iPad, you will get it for any other device. So we are really changing, I think, our strategy to be more inclusive and not being a device agnostic, but to say, okay, we want to be sure that we address all the opportunities that are out there. And that's clearly based on the changing landscape of competition and big trends in the market, how customers actually want to consume, let's say, IT in this new digital age.
Thank you, Michel. Very interesting. Let's have another question from Braveview.
Hi, Mr. Van der Bel. I was just wondering, what was your biggest career accomplishment so far?
Yeah, well, career accomplishment. I think that I've been now in Microsoft almost 16 years. So I think with that, I feel that having the opportunity to do work outside of your country and doing international experience, I think is a very great way to get a sense of accomplishment, but also, of course, a sense of career and career advancement. So, like I said, prior to joining the UK here 2.5 years ago, I was running Microsoft China for 3 years, and of course, in a very different culture, in a very different market. So I think that's a great way to really, I would say, test your skills and capabilities to get things done in a very different market with, of course, a very different way of how business is being done. So really learning that kind of experience in a different culture for me was a great opportunity. And that's similar, by the way, because like I said, I'm Dutch. So even the UK is different if you think from how business is getting done and how businesses will get done in the future. So I think that I would say I'm not looking at my career as a kind of set of accomplishments that that can be marked on a specific date. It's more the progress that you can make to gain more experience, get more exposure, and do a lot of things that you normally not used to do. And with that, you will grow and you develop, and you will learn, and then you make the progress that you need to make. So that's how I look at my career till now, and also from a future point of view.
Thank you very much. Let's go straight to another question.
Hello, Mr. Van der Bel. Do you remember the first program that you wrote?
Well, I'm not. Well, yes, I do, and it was in BASIC, by the way. So that's probably. I'm not sure you guys remember that kind of language, but a long time ago. But it was pretty good actually, and it was a program to. There was a kind of opportunity to automate some work that had a lot of replications, and you provide a lot of input. So this program was based on, capturing that input and do the calculations in a pretty, modern way, and with that save a lot of time for the people that need to do that task. So that was the first basic. I would say experience I have in the first program I read at that time. I would say, pretty basic, by the way, that program. To be honest, it was basic, but it also was pretty basic. But at the end of the day, it really served the purpose for people to do things quicker and getting to an outcome that they need to get faster to. So I think that was the first one that I can remember. And again, I think that. If you think about coding, you think about that programming, it doesn't matter what kind of language you do this, but to really think about the computational skills you get by doing coding is, I think, very critical, not only for, a career in IT or even in science, but in general. I would expect you guys that, in the future, whatever role you will pick, being it in science or being it outside of science, in marketing, in whatever role, there is a need for that computational thinking. And I would say expect that, you need to know how to write an app in the future, because that's simple, and at the same time, we are going to a world where everything is done through apps. And that doesn't have to be very complex apps, but at the same time, you need to get a sense about how that's getting done. And what I like about the coding is that you think in a logical way, and that can serve you also to solve some other problems that probably don't have too much to do with coding, but at the same time, you will still have that skill to use.
Thank you very much. I remember BASIC as well, and that's the first code. That's the first programming language that I used to. Let's go for another question from Braveview, please.
Hello, Michael. I just wanted to ask, what is your favorite app?
Favorite app. Well, there are a few. Depends a little bit on, let's say, what I need to do. So, I'm traveling a lot in London, and so having an app with all the London tubes, blah, 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 sounds like a very simple app, but it's a very important app because it tells you if the tubes is going on time and where to go and how to use it. like I said, you know, we're originally from Amsterdam in the Netherlands. So my wife and I are living in London, and my kids are living in Amsterdam. So what is a very nice app is WhatsApp. So we have a group in WhatsApp, and we just share things on a daily basis about, hey, what's going on. So I think that's a very favorable app, where I think that it's super important that you're not actually together, but you're still connected on all kind of stuff. So we take a selfie once every day and just show where we are. So it's a kind of nice way to really connect with people that are not with you every day, but at the same time, it's a very, very, I would say, critical app in that sense. So I like that one. I think that there are some great sports apps that I like to use as well. But those are a few, I would say, that are certainly well.
Thank you very much. Very interesting. Brave you, do you have another question?
Yeah, we were just wondering, Michel, if you play any games on your phone?
Not too many, to be honest. I do have an Xbox One, where I do play games. On my phone, not so much, to be honest. So actually, I don't do any gaming on my phone. No, it's more the Xbox One, where you have a big screen and you have the controllers, and then I actually, similar to like what I just said with WhatsApp, my son in Amsterdam also plays on Xbox One, so we game with each other and against each other, although I normally are the ones that will lose the game, but that's fine. But that's probably how I like the gaming experience much more, in a kind of big screen and really some noise, if you will. But I'm not, let's say, playing Minecraft yet, by the way. That's a company that we recently acquired as Microsoft. So, but maybe a question to you guys: if you think about the most used apps that you use, what are your apps that you really like and you use on a very, let's say, daily basis?
Brave you, do you want to answer that? Are you still online?
I am. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, Michel. I can't hear Brave You Academy anymore. Hello? Brave You Academy? Oh no. What happened there? Let's wait a minute, maybe they'll come back on.
No, they're back. Maybe they didn't want to answer the question.
No, they ran away.
Click.
Hello, Brave You, are you there? Brave You Academy. Sorry about that.
No problem, no problem.
Tests we did. Oh no. Let's
I'll get them.
wait another minute or so, and we'll see if they come back on.
Are you busy with all these calls, or what?
No, well, we're running them all week, and a lot of them are being broadcast on YouTube. So it's our big week this week. We were at Downing Street yesterday, which was great, with schools and the Prime Minister, and Obama did something at the White House. So it's been a great week. We've had great support.
Yeah, good.
And are they back? Brave you, are you back? No, I thought they were back. But these chats have been fun.
Yeah, no, I can imagine.
Some of them have technical issues.
Yeah, it's. Although this line, where are you based now?
In London.
Okay, this is pretty good quality actually. So.
Yeah, the schools sometimes have they have problems because of the networks they're on, and they have certain restrictions. But
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. Let's see if they come back as we are live.
That can happen.
I can ask you a question in the meantime.
Sure.
Tell me a bit about your career path to where you are now.
Yeah, I think.
What was your first step into the technical sciences, let's say?
Yeah, well, that was a long time ago actually. I think they're. Hello, guys. Are you back? No?
Radio Academy, are you there?
Hello.
Oh, great.
Hello.
I'm not sure you asked about the app allows you. But what are your guys? What are your favorite apps?
I personally like to use Twitter a lot because it keeps me in contact with my friends, even out of school. So
Okay.
that's one of my favorites.
Got it. Any other?
I personally enjoy using OneDrive.
OneDrive, good. Yeah.
OneDrive's a big favourite.
Okay.
Any
Yeah.
games?
Yeah, but
I
do you
enjoy
play?
using Skype a lot.
Okay. Yeah. So no Candy Crush on your device and all that stuff.
Yeah, Candy Crush is one of my favourites, especially in class.
Yeah. I've seen some MP doing it as well, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that as well.
For me,
We would have time for one more question, and then I have to wrap it up. So if you have another question, go ahead.
Hi, Mr. Van der Bel. Firstly, thank you for talking to us. But do you think there are any other ways that Microsoft can support Bravey Academy?
Sorry, can support and then what?
Can support Bravey Academy, our school?
Oh, your school. Ah, okay. Well, it depends. I mean, I'm looking behind you. I see some screens there. I'm not sure what's behind it, what kind of devices you have there. But there is a lot of stuff that actually we supply to schools. If you think about curriculum, you think about other things. So, I mean, so I feel that, you maybe need an update of what we provide to schools and also provide to students like yourself to really experience, let's say, the IT world of today. So I'm happy to follow up or to see what we can do there. But there are quite a lot of programs that we have in be sure that you guys get the experience to do coding, but do also of course other stuff and get inspired about some of the work that you can do today, but also work that will help for you to from a later perspective help you to in your career as well. So let's take a follow up on that and see what we can do there.
Great. Well, thank you everybody for being on the Hangout. I'm going to wrap up now, and thank you so much everybody for joining us, and so thank you, Michel, for taking time out of your day and to be with the schools.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you.